I'm Tabitha Tripp, a concerned citizen from Southern Illinois and a spokesperson for the Shawnee Forest Sentinels, a dedicated group of volunteers committed to protecting communities in Southern Illinois from extraction industries. In light of recent events, the outrageous stunts our legislators have pulled over a long holiday weekend, I am here in Springfield to deliver a pledge of resistance to fracking in Illinois. Over 35,000 comments were submitted in response to the incompetency of the Hydraulic Fracturing Act, its rules, and the subsequent monstrous loopholes. More than 1,000 citizens attended hearings across the state over Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. Less than a quarter of those people were allowed to voice their concerns about the lax rules. This weekend is a fine example of Illinois' corrupt politics, Madigan's shenanigans, coupled with Bradley's tantrums. At 4 o'clock on Friday on the long Memorial weekend, my phone starts ringing off the hook. News of an amendment that Bradley filed that amputates the public participation process from the fracking law and discards all the comments submitted during the public comment period. Further illustrating that our lawmakers lack the ability and integrity to protect Illinois from the imminent dangers of fracking and simply refuse to put health and safety of the citizens first by slipping through this bill in the last minutes of the session makes it ever so clear they have chosen profit over people with this self-serving act. This is nothing more than a legislative temper tantrum, period. Bradley and Madigan have shown us what they think about rural Illinois and condemn those of us who are living outside the metropolitan areas to be a sacrifice zone for extraction industries like fracking. They have shown us their true character and their beliefs about public participation in the democratic process by attempting to nullify the voices of the people and trash all those comments. Their attempt to silence concerned citizens of Illinois makes a mockery of the rulemaking process and proves our point that Illinois legislators have been bought out by the oil and gas industry. This frivolous behavior is an outrageous act and an outright attack on our constitutional rights for a healthy environment. Why would lawmakers insist on driving nails in our coffin with a bill that guts the law, grants frackers free range on the majority of Illinois if they weren't motivated by money? It is childish and immature of both Bradley and Madigan to even propose these amendments in the final week of the session. This gesture is evidence of a lack of patience and distrust in IDNR and a true disdain for democracy. They joined the ranks of Illinois Chamber of Commerce, which spent $20,000 to silence media in Johnson County when a ballot referendum for a community bill of rights was up for a vote. While the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, a taxpayer-funded agency, pushes a pro-fracking agenda at lunches and complains about the length of time IDNR is taking to comb through public comments. This ludicrous proposal to do away with public participation while gifting a moratorium to special counties in northern Illinois should come as no surprise to the rest of Illinois and a slap in the face to all those who compromised on the law in the first place. This is why we need a ban on fracking. Our politicians are as slippery as slick water in the oil it produces. If you aren't angry, you aren't awake. When legislators begin entertaining the ideas to remove public participation from the democratic process, the government no longer serves the will of the people. It is imperative that Governor Quinn instate an immediate ban on fracking now. I find it ironic that Bradley introduces an amendment that obliterates the democratic voice of the people on a weekend specifically set aside to honor and remember those who have fought and died to protect our country and our freedoms. I believe our children deserve clean water, air, and I will fight to ensure that they have it. Like many soldiers who fight the good fight, I would rather die standing for what I believe in than to live on my knees begging. Today I'm delivering 650 signatures of solidarity to resist hydraulic fracturing, frac sand mining, and pipeline infrastructure throughout our region. Our pledge is to protect our homes and our communities through peaceful, nonviolent actions, protest, and resistance to corporations and industries that threaten and terrorize the safety and health of our children, the land, and their future. We will not stand by as Bradley and other greed-mongering legislators sell out rural Illinois to frackers while cherry-picking northern Illinois for a moratorium. This fracking law and the proposed amendments are a death sentence to Illinoisans. We will not be sold down the river, and we will not be silenced. Expect resistance. We will not go quietly.